Catherine, thank you so much. Well, it's good to be here finally on this show. The 40-yard dash coming up. We're about to cover that here. Some storylines. Derwin James will not run the 40-yard dash. He was phenomenal at the NFL Combine, rating in the top 5 of safeties at the event. Josh Sweat, another one who will not run the 40. You got some questions for me?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. We're going to pass the mic now to Dalvin. He wants to be a reporter today.
Okay, all right. You know, this is my only question I got. What came behind the suit choice?
Oh, man. You gonna rip me on my suit choice? It was down to gray or blue. Should I have gone with the dark blue? What do you think?
You smooth, but I think blue will fit you some more.
What do you think of the watch?
Oh yeah, that tip it off right there. We good.
Wait. Show them the watch.
Oh,
little gold on black. Great minds think alike.
We good.
Appreciate you, Dalvin. Thank you for the time.
I appreciate it.
Sean Corey. Deion Akeem Dent.
Yeah.
You had a chance to coach him like you just mentioned. Coach Barnett said he takes what he sees in the classroom and can apply it to the field immediately. What do you see from him this season for Florida State?
Actually, he's a corner playing safety right now, so he's getting in where he fits in so he can get on the field. They want their best players on the field.
Coach, 52-36 right here at the half. It seemed like early on you guys did a good job taking away their three-point shots. They were able to make some twos. How did you guys adjust to go on that run?
Well, there's no doubt that our plan was not to give them the three-pointers because that's what they do best.
What's up, Seminole fans? I'm Ariya Massoudi, here to give you a look at how your Noles did this week in the pros. In Tampa, it's the Bucks and the Browns' Jameis Winston. He had 365 yards passing on the day, but it was his legs that were on full display. Look at this run right here for the touchdown. Ostrich on the loose. He's at the 10, the 5. Get in there as the Bucks beat the Browns in overtime. Over in Arizona, Von Miller strips Josh Rosen. The ball is loose. Who's on it? It's former Seminole DeMarcus Walker. He scoops the ball up, and Broncos defeat the Cardinals 45-10. And in the Bold City, Jacksonville and Pittsburgh, DBU stand up. Jalen Ramsey, not one interception, but 2. Look at the replay on this. Oh, give me that against Antonio Brown. And then finally in London, Dion Lewis thinks he's got a touchdown. Nuh-uh. Not with Derwin James in the area. He had 8 tackles as the Chargers defeated the Titans 20-19. Here's one final look at all your top performers from this week in the NFL. We'll see you next time for another edition of Noles in the Pros.
You know, just show what I know I can do.
All right, well, Trey Jr., how do you think Dad's going to do this year? I agree with you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariya. Guys, again.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm Ariya Massoudi, and this is Seminole Sports Magazine, the Coach Sue edition. Whenever they're not playing, you can be sure to see the likes of Kaya Gillespie, Terrence Mann, and other basketball stars cheering on their fellow Seminoles from the stands. Our reporter Jessica Felsen shows us how the men's and women's teams at Florida State are each other's biggest fans. Yeah, all eyes remain on Phil Cofer. After a return for his 5th year granted by the NCAA, he hurt his foot in the offseason. He told me while he's out, he's taken pride in coaching this team from the bench. He's lifted weights. He's made sure to get shots up while standing still. And I asked him before the game, I said, so when are you coming back? He looked at me, and all he said was soon, very soon. Guys.
Ariya, thank you so much.
Across the country, Florida State and Willie Taggart have a unique situation on their hands. Of course, when DeAndre Francois tore his patellar tendon against Alabama last year, that gave James Blackman an opportunity to get starting reps. Coach, you installed a new scheme this year. How do you feel like your quarterbacks have handled the new no-huddle up-tempo offense?
I mean, they're getting better at it. You know, we got to complete some passes there. And
all right, now I'm here with Jalen Wilkerson, the true underdog story of Pro Day. Jalen, I know a lot of NFL teams are asking you why right now is the right time for you to come out and enter the draft. Why do you think that is?
I feel like it was the best decision for me and my family, you know, and it was the best decision for me.
Favorite pregame meal?
The spaghetti. Yeah. Spaghetti hits all the time. The ones that we have here, amazing.
If you're not playing basketball, when you graduate, what's something that you're passionate about and want to do in life?
I like to be an athletic trainer.
On any given day at Florida State's basketball training center, you'll hear shoes squeak, whistles blow, and then feel a rush of wind pass you by. Grayson Elmer is busy with what he was put on this earth to do, making sure everything is in check for his team. The 29-year-old Tallahassee native is living his dream as a manager for the women's basketball program at FSU. Grayson grew up idolizing the Noles, his everyday life inspired by his favorite school.
I don't know that you'll see him wear anything orange and blue. It runs through his veins. If you cut him open, it's probably going to be, well, there'll be some garnet, but there's probably some gold mixed in there too.
Ever since I've put on that Florida State shirt as a little kid, it's been amazing.
Grayson's life has had more than its share of challenges.
The pregnancy was fine. It was a normal pregnancy, and sometime in the middle of the night after he was born, he quit breathing.
After being resuscitated, he was then transferred to receive intensive care.
They were treating him for pneumonia when he got there, and then I guess on his third day he had a seizure, and that's when they discovered he had had a stroke.
The stroke left him with a form of cerebral palsy, and the Elmers didn't know what lay ahead for their newborn son. They placed Grayson in athletics when he was old enough to participate, hoping it would build a sense of normalcy in his life.
Each sport had a difficult challenge for me, but I felt like if I can overcome a difficult challenge, I can overcome this.
Grayson used his love of sports to continue to stay involved during high school. He eventually found his way to Tallahassee Community College, helping to establish a championship culture.
I get a knock on the door, and this young man dressed in a suit, to the T, sharp as can be, hands me his resume. From that point, told me everything about this young man, and I hired him on the spot. I wanted to set a culture of championship mindset. He started it. His work ethic is bar none. His love for just doing the job and doing a good job is just absolutely something to witness.
Grayson spent a few years with the Eagles before transferring to Florida State to join Semrau's program, immediately showcasing his best quality.
Yeah, his work ethic is what I would call the Seminole standard. We try to instill in our players not only to work, but have the passion to work. And you see that in Grayson all over the place, just the passion with which he attacks everything that's in his path.
That guy's always going 100 miles per hour for everything that we need. I'm just so appreciative of that and him, and it's just like the small things like that stick with me and mean so much.
He's the first manager to show up before practice starts. He's probably here like an hour and a half beforehand, and he's the last one to leave.
The opportunity has enriched Grayson's life nearly as much as it has for those around him. Every day with the Noles is another chance to do what he loves most.
Been a major part of him being who he is now, just giving him purpose.
And that purpose Grayson exhibits toward his job is an inspiration for those around him, a powerful model for others to follow.
He never missed a road trip, never missed a practice, never missed a meeting. I could always use Grayson as an example to our kids of what dedication looked like.
He's chosen to be ultra positive day after day after day that sets a standard for all of us. I think about the end of the day when everybody else is gone and Grayson comes up and says, I'm getting ready to leave, do you need anything else? It's really special.
Sports bring out the best in all of us, a form of expression that unites people from all walks of life together through a universal language. In a town where love of competition is king, Grayson has shown us that love itself, mixed in with a little bounce pass, is enough to overcome even the toughest of opponents.
How to love something to the fullest, with passion, with purpose. I think those are the things that I've learned from Grayson.
This is a genuine young man who loves what he does and works extremely hard at it. And that's what draws you to him. Not anything else. There aren't many people in the world like him.
Dreaming about one day going to Florida State. I wasn't sure that would happen, but now it's come true. Words can't explain it. And being with Coach Sue is the icing on the cake.
What an honor to tell his story. Grayson is working on a degree in sports management at Florida State and is hoping to graduate from his dream school in the next 2 years. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ariya Massoudi, and we'll see you next week on Seminole Sports Magazine.